Hey everybody, I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together we are pajamas. And allergies suck. Big time. Holy crap. It is the same night. As the previous two, we are on a binge watch. We are on Doctor Who, Season 5, Episode 11. We're in the home stretch. 3 more to go. Last episode was the one with Vincent van Gogh. I know I'm saying his name wrong. I'm sorry. I'm American. I'd rather say it the way I know it than butcher it and disrespect it even more. Yes, we're into the home stretch.
We're getting very close.
Yeah, we still have the crack in the universe. There was a piece of the TARDIS in it. Rory is dead, and the Doctor is trying to make amends the best way he knows how.
I wonder if it would have been possible for him to send some sort of drone into the crack. That maybe, like a black hole, eventually it's going to get to the point that even what the signals that it would send back will be sucked into it. But at least a bit into it, it could give him an idea of what to expect.
Maybe. It is interesting that the Doctor didn't have any repercussions from sticking his hand in. I don't know. But maybe we'll find out more in this one. We only have 3 to go, so they kind of have to, like I said in the last episode, we need to make that turn at some point to get into that home stretch. So we'll see what happens in this one. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Without further ado, let's get into it. I will be taking a headache powder very soon, so don't think I'm doing something weird.
I think I can see a Ryman's.
Oh.
Please, help me. Something terrible's happened. Please help me.
Yeah, but I've kind of got plans. No, it's nothing important. It's just Craig.
Oh, thanks, Soph.
Sorry, you know what I mean. Okay, I'll talk to Craig.
I love you.
Well, that's good, because I'm your new lodger. Do you know, this is going to be easier than I expected.
Interesting. Also, how to lure young adolescent boys into your apartment if you're a creepy old man.
Give me back those keys. You can't have those.
Yes, quite right. Have some rent. I can never tell.
Here's some rent.
Well, they call me the Doctor. I don't know why. I call me the Doctor too. Still don't know why. No, I'll fix it. I'm good at fixing rock. Call me the Rockmeister. No, I'm the Doctor. Don't call me the Rockmeister. This is the most beautiful.
This uncle he'd never even heard of died and left him a load of money in the will.
How very convenient.
Can that happen to me, please?
References.
Is that a reference from the Archbishop of Canterbury?
I'm his special favourite.
My friend, Sophie. Girlfriend? Friend who's a girl.
Van Gogh.
Nothing going on.
Completely normal, works for me.
You met at work about a year ago at the call centre.
Oh, really? A communications exchange? Paris, in the 18th century. No, hang on, that's not recent, is it? 17th? No. 20th. Sorry, I'm not used to doing them in the right order.
Has anyone ever told you that you're a bit weird? I'm not much of a traveller.
I can tell from your sofa.
Sofa?
You're starting to look like it.
Damn.
Do you ever need me out of your hair?
Why would I want that?
Well, in case you want to bring someone round, a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
Oh, I will. Something like... I was not expecting this!
Wait, the Doctor. Craig, what if he's a dealer?
Stop, please. Can you hear me? I need your help.
And whatever's stopping her is upstairs in that flat. So, go upstairs and sort it.
Please. My little girl's hurt.
Dear England, is everyone like this?
Oh, it is, yeah.
Do you just go
Anything
in?
that can stop the TARDIS from landing is...
Oh, Ty, get rid.
Bow ties. Oh, cool. Come on, Amy, I'm a normal bloke.
Oh, hello.
Ah, hello. You must be Sophie.
Oh.
No, Mom's in Malta. Just stands on the sideline. She's my mascot.
I'm your mascot.
Football match. I can't take a date.
I didn't say I was your date.
Neither did I.
Sheesh.
What position on the field?
Not sure. The front? The side? Below?
You any good though?
Below.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, thank heavens. I thought for a moment the TARDIS had been flung off into the vortex with you inside it. Lost forever.
What do you mean that could actually happen?
Hello. Oops. Sorry. Don't worry, I wasn't listening. Well, perhaps that's you then. Perhaps you'll just have to stay here, secure, and a little bit miserable till the day you drop. Better than trying and failing, eh?
So, you're going to be taking off then?
It's a scary picture.
What do you think I should?
Don't touch it. No.
Greg? Breakfast? It's no more. Right? Hello, Mr. Jorgensen. Can you hold? I have to eat a biscuit. Have you been upstairs? Yes.
You can have this back and all.
What have I done?
For a start, talking to a cat.
Lots of people talk to cats.
And everybody loves you.
Oh, I'm going to regret this. Okay, right, first, general background.
Oh, snap.
Paper shop window.
Yes, with this right above it, which is odd, because Amy hasn't written it yet. Time travel. It can happen.
That's a scanner.
Help you?
Uh-oh.
No, I've got the plans. You cannot be upstairs. It's a one-story building.
Time engine is the flat. Someone's attempt to build a TARDIS.
No, there's always been an upstairs.
I love you too, Craig,
Aw.
you idiot.
Aww.
Of course I mean it. Do you mean it?
I've always meant it. Seriously though, do you mean it?
Yes.
Hey, what about the monkeys?
Oh, no, not now, not again.
Look at them, didn't they see that? The whole top floor just vanished.
Perception filter. There never was a top floor.
Oh. Well, well, well. It was a fun little lighthearted episode. I will say about this episode, not only was it interesting and lighthearted, the dialogue was very well written. So the writer did a good job with the dialogue, I thought.
Indeed.
Yeah. It flowed very well. So we had Amy in the TARDIS, kind of stuck in a time loop. She couldn't land because the doctor was walking out, and then boom, and he was stuck there. And then he had to pretend to be human and try and figure out what was going on in the flat upstairs.
Yes.
So,
Only to find out that there isn't really an upstairs.
yeah. Another perception filter. I think it was like the third time this season they've come back to that. So I don't know if it's foreshadowing or if they're just doing it over and over. So that was a thing again.
And we also saw that there was another TARDIS.
Yeah, the things are trying to build another TARDIS.
Yes. And what I'm wondering is, who built it?
Mm-hmm. But it ended up being a crashed ship.
Yes.
So, yeah. Not sure if that's going to go anywhere. This is just a one-off, but it is very curious.
Yes, I'm especially curious
To
of
think
where
about.
it came from.
Yeah. And where it went. I did appreciate that it wasn't some CGI monster upstairs. I was worried about that. And the idea that it was preying on people who wanted to leave. Which, if you just think about it, it was sad because there was the lady who was crying and that poor kid in the beginning. It's like, aw, like they burn up that kid. He's probably just going through some stuff because being a teenager is hard. Kind of sucks unless you're like super popular. And then, there you go. Once that was revealed, I was kind of like, aw, poor kid. And then didn't want Sophie until she decided that.
Until she wanted to leave so that she could help the animals.
Yeah. And never wanted Craig because he didn't want to leave. And then the way to combat it was to have the people that wanted to stay kind of pretty much like turn it off, self-destruct it. So that was a really cool idea. I thought it was a neat twist on an invasion, body snatcher kind of thing.
Yes. It ended up being some sort of safety protocol that was built into the machine.
Yeah.
Looking for a pilot.
Yeah, looking for a new pilot.
And who better than someone who wants to leave? Well, how convenient. You want to leave? Well, this machine also wants to leave.
Yeah. But of course, a human brain can't handle it, so they burn up. A really, really neat take on an alien kind of, I don't want to say invasion, but, abduction kind of thing. Certainly one we haven't encountered before. So I like it for its originality. And then the subplot of the Doctor trying to be human. I thought for sure Sophie was going to fall for the Doctor.
It did seem that way since, well, he ended up living Craig's life much better than Craig was.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Like, somebody comes in and it's like, you better than you are. Better at sports than you, better at cooking than you, better at your job than you. Dang.
Better at impressing the person that you're infatuated with better than you can. That is very...
Yeah.
It's definitely bad for one's self-esteem.
Yes. Especially when your new flatmate tells you that you are starting to look like the sofa. It's like, damn, dude.
It's one thing that I do like about the Doctor. Brutal honesty.
Not just that, he's always just very matter-of-fact about it. So it's not honesty with a tinge of maliciousness or mean intent. Like you. He just calls it like he sees it. So
it's something about him that I can relate to.
Yeah. Yeah. In many ways, in real life, Justin is very much like the 11th Doctor. Like, very much. Just his delivery, his approach. I said before in other videos, if you ask Justin a question about something, he will give you the absolute honest answer because he is like wired to be incapable of lying. He cannot lie. It's fantastic. A certain amount of relief comes with that because you don't have to worry about ulterior motives because he has none. It's great. Like, there's no paranoia, there's no worry. If you ask him something, he will tell you. I always say the story that one time when I had a setback. I always have setbacks, but it was a bad one that knocked me down for a few months. And I was going out with a friend, and I gained some weight because I wasn't able to do my yoga or the bike anymore like I was. When I asked you, I was like, "Does this coat make me look fat?" And you said yes.
Yes, it does.
And at first, my initial reaction was to be offended and upset, but then I was like, I asked the question. I mean, I looked in the mirror, clearly I'm not skinny now, but so like my instinct was to be offended and upset. I was like, oh, why? I asked a question, he answered it.
I saved you from accentuating that you were looking fat.
There you go. That's a compliment from him, by the way.
Yes. What you wanted was something that flatters you. And so it was not this, it had to be something else.
Yeah, that's why I wear baggy things. So yeah, in many, many respects, Matt Smith's approach to the Doctor reminds me a lot of Justin. We've even talked before that gives the impression that he might be somebody with Asperger's. Just because he is so matter-of-fact and so grounded. And I think that, like this episode especially, and I mean this all complimentary, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I do take it as a compliment.
Yeah, and I mean in general to the audience as a compliment. So if you are on the spectrum, it's 100% a compliment. Like you said, you don't see it as a detriment. And when I first met you, I never really known anyone personally. Like I knew of, like, I have friends who have kids who, have autism or Asperger's and all that. I know it's different. I'm not saying it's the same thing. but just being on the spectrum. But you were the first like intimate relation, like, you know, being close to it constantly, and then getting to know you and getting to understand, you know, what the condition is and all that. You then, you know, get an appreciation for the things like, you know, you can't lie and you're very matter of fact and you call like you see it and all that stuff. And this doctor has a fish out of water feel to him that I like. He just happens to be good at everything, like football and job stuff, but
He's good at whatever he sets his mind to.
Hmm.
That's what makes him such a role model,
there you
despite
go.
being a fictional character.
There you go. This incarnation of the Doctor, I'm going to, you know, highlight. I think this Doctor is, yeah, you know, the Doctor does kind of feel like he's on the spectrum, and I said it is a positive thing. And people could say, doesn't you saying that and then saying that he feels more alien, is that insulting? I don't think so. Because the human condition is not identified just as someone who understands sarcasm or someone who understands, you know, the minutia of things. You know, it's layered and it's different. So where like somebody with Asperger's can understand humanity from a different point of view that I can't, doesn't mean it's right or wrong or good or bad. It's just different.
It's like what the word alien means much more literally, in that it doesn't mean someone from outer space. It's from someone who's not from around here.
Right.
And the socio structure of this place, that is the general population, I'm not from around here.
Mm-hmm. You know, so the Doctor telling him that he looked like the sofa fits in with kind of the character and just reminds me so much of you. So, and if not for knowing you and being with you for as long as we have, I may not have made that connection. But just I see so much of you in the Doctor, in this Doctor, that I just want to like, he has this kind of cool spin to him where it feels like, you know, whereas with the 10th Doctor, super emotional, super aggressive, very loud, yelled a lot. Now Matt Smith yells too, but it's not like venomous, and he's just like, he's in the moment, he's exacerbated. Like when he was trying to help Amy and River was like, this isn't going to work. He's like, River, tell me what to do. Tell me. He was just, you know, he's trying to figure it out and he was frustrated. So his anger comes from frustration and not be able to figure out the problem. Whereas I'm sure like with anyone, whether, no matter where you are on the spectrum or not, if there's a problem in front of you, you can't figure it out, you're going to get frustrated. I'm sure you get frustrated. Mm-hmm. I get frustrated. But how we handle it is different. So I think it's cool with, you know, being together for so long, and I could just be reading too much into it, but I wouldn't have made these correlations if not for being with you. So I see things like this, especially this episode really highlighted a lot of stuff, and I'm like, that's Justin. Like, because obviously this is more than intentional. This portrayal of the Doctor is very 180 from Tennant, which was needed, 100% needed. Not just from the Lothario, Casanova bullshit, but just from objectively. He's an objective Doctor. You know, he doesn't, like, he cares for Amy, but he cares for everyone. It's like, how can I explain it? I don't say he cares for everyone the same, because it's not true. He doesn't play favorites as obvious as, like, previous Doctors have. So, I just like that there's just a nice, even level with him. And that's the same with you. There was this nice, even level with you. Obviously, everyone has good days and bad days. But, you know, one of the cool things about you, you know, you're not, like, moody. You're not unpredictable. And that's why, like, yes, the Doctor is erratic, because that's just his nature. But he just seems very even. Now, when he's frustrated, yeah, he's going to get mad. But so yeah, there's a lot of things about the Doctor that remind me of you, which is why I correlated that possibly this portrayal was was inspired by. Maybe, I mean, again, maybe I'm ready to mention to it. If this is insulting you, it's not meant to. This is actually a compliment. I think this portrayal of the Doctor is great. It's on a little tangent-y thing there, but I didn't know if you saw it, but
Yes, I saw it.
yeah. So I think it's cool that the character is so much like you that you find him relatable, and I think it's cool. And I can see how that is true. Whereas with Tennant's Doctor, neither of us can relate to him. You need more than a pretty face to win me over. I'm sorry. A horrible personality can make somebody ugly. I don't care how pretty you are. Back to the episode. So it was just cool to see. Like, I'm not the biggest James Corden fan, but it's interesting to see, 12 years ago, James Corden. And he did a good job. And I thought, everyone was well cast. Sophie did well. I just like the way there's two different plots than with this thing. Like this, it was like a triangle. It was like the Doctor here, Amy here, the mystery here. Boom, boom, boom. So I feel like I've offended people, but I didn't mean to. So hopefully I didn't. But it wouldn't be a video if I wasn't offending someone, would it?
There is definitely something to be said about that.
How so?
That it wouldn't be a video if at least one person went insulted. After all, it is YouTube.
That is very true, yeah. Like, you can't please everyone. Lord, I tried. I did try for a while there. I tried to be not as ranty. I tried to be like, if we were to start over again and I was in my fuck it mentality, the rants would have been pretty epic. I held back a lot on some stuff. So you think I was bad? You think what you got was bad? Oh man, the haters out there, you have no idea. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm a big bad. I hate people that do that. I'm badass. I'm the baddest bitch. Don't fuck with me. Whatever. I'm Mr. Glass. Knock me over and I'm breaking a million pieces. But as far as rants go, I held back a little bit on some stuff, especially at the end of season 4. Holy shit.
There's no point in trying to please everybody because it's impossible. Someone somewhere though in the world is going to be offended by this because it's made of plastic.
And then they might not like the color. Black headphones. Paula Dean wouldn't like those headphones.
So face it, anyone who doesn't like viewing this content, well, I'd have to wonder, why are you watching it then?
I have wondered that. I have the same few haters. I make the same snide comments every video, even on videos I like. They're addicted to negativity, so they lash out, then get mad at me. They say, remember the whole mirror thing I talked about where whatever you type is usually you holding up a mirror if it's negative? Yeah. Said it before, I'll say it again. Self-awareness would do everyone a world of good. Let's get back to the episode.
Yes.
We're on this episode just open up some Pandora's boxes that were very odd.
Shall we go to the notes?
Yeah, let's go to the notes. If there's anybody left.
Philip's notes.
All right, so we open up and the Doctor's exiting the TARDIS, and then explosion, like a big boom, big bada boom, and Doctor gets thrown out. TARDIS shuts and disappears.
Yes, with Amy inside of it.
Yeah, the splintering of our triangle begins.
Fortunately, they're still able to communicate with each other because I'm not sure if she actually has been in there long enough to know how to use it.
She did a good job.
Yes.
I thought. For all those typewriter and the switches and the bells and the zigzaggy thing and all that. Yeah.
She possibly did better than someone who had never flown a plane before, trying to get instructions on how to land this plane.
Yeah. Can you imagine? That'd be scary.
Yes. Imagine someone saying, well, first you need to do this, then you need to do that. I don't know what that thing is. I've never flown a plane before.
Flip the switch. Which switch? There's 800 switches. And then we see this young kid walking, and the little call box thing says, help me. It's like, how to lure stupid young adolescents to your apartment. And then stupid older people to your apartment.
People that meant well, but well, you really shouldn't. You shouldn't on a whim simply walk into someone's house without actually knowing what the situation.
I get it. It's a TV show, so it can't be there was a fucking spaceship on the second floor. I'm not gonna be like, they're supposed to be grounded in reality. Come on. But I am saying it was just kind of like looking at it like maybe just like hello, like cell phones exist now, so just be like, hello, please, somebody needs help. Can you go check it out? Thank you. I do like that the doctor found the listing for the apartment, but it was Amy's handwriting on it on the back, which was the clue. She had to go to the past to put it there. Like, I thought that was cool. But I like when the doctor shows up, he's like, here, have some rent. Throws him a bag.
And well, seeing how much was in there, well, come in, welcome.
I love the way he delivered it. Like, so much, you could tell Matt Smith had a lot of fun with this episode. You can just tell, because he had so much scenery to chew with his fish out of water, trying to acclimate while still being the doctor in secret and all of that. It worked really well. Then we learned whatever is stopping the TARDIS from landing is in that flat. And I'm like, whoa, what is so powerful that it is disrupting time and making like a time loop? And, you know, because it was trying to make a new TARDIS or whatever. The ship was trying to like find a new pilot. But like you said, makes you wonder, who are they?
Yes.
All this stuff. So this could be a little seed. I've talked about seeds before. It could be a little seed we plant. He's a doctor. He might be a dealer. Take out your seeds. See. And then we see that lady. She's walking and she's clearly having a shitty night. Like she's crying and just a mess. And then she gets abducted. Man, I was like, poor lady. She was already having a bad night and then goes into the mysterious flat. I mean, poor everyone, really. The poor kid, poor her. Poor, just don't go into mysterious. Don't go into mysterious anything if somebody's like talking to you through a box.
What's actually even more important is that you really shouldn't touch anything that looks like it could be disease.
Yeah.
Especially with your bare hands.
Yeah. Because then you have to drink like trash tea. It worked. It fixed him. And then we have the subplots of the doctor trying to be human. And then we have this other plot of, so in addition to the doctor trying to be human subplot, we had the awkward romance subplot of these two. Just, you could tell that they liked each other. But
one of them is going to have to, one is waiting for the other to say something.
Exactly.
The longer that you wait, the more that you're going to stall and nothing's ever going to happen. This plan of waiting for the other person to do it isn't working. One of you needs to actually do
the work.
Yes.
Yeah. Do the work to make it work. Boom. Then I wrote, Sophie's going to fall for him. I'm glad we didn't go there. Yay. One more time, the season subverts my expectations. Because that was clearly like where they, like, if that had been 10th Doctor, it'd be like, oh, Doctor, oh, Doctor, oh, Doctor, oh, Doctor. But we didn't good. Because not everything has to be romantic. Like, you could be good at football and good at a job without having to open that door.
Though they are definitely good methods of doing such a thing, if that's what he was trying to do, which he wasn't.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's very easy to be attracted to someone who's impressive at something.
Yeah, in addition to also being, like, aesthetically attractive as well.
Yes.
Because, like, that was our first comment about him. So. And then Craig's had enough. He's like, you're better than me than everything. I need you to leave. Doctor shows him who he is and what's going on by headbutting him twice. But I thought I was like, okay, that was risky, but necessary risk.
It also saves time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Then the plot goes to the situation on Earth versus Amy on the TARDIS. So we have these two things going on simultaneously. Then they end up going upstairs because they're screaming because Sophie's in there. We find out someone's trying to build a TARDIS. Another perception filter, as we talked about. It burns people up, which I felt really bad for all the people like that. I mean, then again, don't go into strange people's houses when they like, oh, help me. No, go get help.
It was especially tempting to help because this voice would disguise itself as a child or an elderly person.
Yeah.
People that are much more vulnerable than a mid-aged adult.
Right, yeah. Then we find out there's a crashed ship, trying to find a new pilot. Doctor shows up, like, uh-oh, uh-oh. Then he says something to the effect of, if his hand touches that thing, the whole planet doesn't go, the whole solar system dies.
Yes.
Damn.
It kept on finding these unqualified pilots. Now here's one who's overqualified.
Way overqualified.
So overqualified that it will cause the destruction of actually the entire solar system.
Yeah, dang. Dang. Then we find out that he found a listing with Amy's handwriting on the back. I do like that in the beginning, it was like 79A, and 79B was written in pen, which is like, just haphazardly written, didn't look professional at all. Thought that was a cool little touch. Then the doctor says goodbye, and la la la, pan over to the trash, crack in the wall again. So, clearly still a thing. Either this gets resolved in the next 2 episodes, which they've done before. They have thrown that Hail Mary sports ball term. And before we've been like, there's only a couple episodes left. They need to get to the point and deliver. And they usually do. But this is Stephen Moffat's first season. So I'm being cautious. I don't know if he's good at long-term storytelling yet, like RTD was. And it's always like, crack is here, 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 crack. It's just, okay. Let's do something more now. So either they wrap it up in these next 2 episodes, or whatever this is carries into season 6, which I would not be opposed to. I wouldn't. I would not mind a 2-season long story arc, but please do something different than crack in the wall, crack in the wall, crack in the wall, crack in the keyhole, crack in the wall, crack in the wall, crack in the wall, crack in the keyhole, crack in the wall. It's a song.
With all of these cracks occurring, well, they probably don't simply appear and disappear simply because the Doctor happens to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually wondering if maybe there's some sort of connection of why are these cracks happening in these particular places?
My hypothesis from before is already kind of incorrect, unless they somehow do it in 2 episodes in the next 2. But to me, there's, again, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
So we're just kind of spitballing. But
at first I thought that it has something to do with Amy because it seems to follow her.
yes.
But then in this episode I noticed she wasn't really there for the crack to occur.
Well, she wasn't there until the end when the TARDIS landed.
But was it there before she landed? Because I didn't get a close look at behind that refrigerator to see was that there at the beginning of the episode or only at the end of the episode?
I don't know. See if we can find where no, it's later on when he has the tea. Okay, there's before this. Oh, it is there, yeah. Yep, the crack is there. Okay.
So now I'm wondering, so it's much more than simply Amy. There's something else that is connecting these different points.
Right.
Somehow they're connected.
Huh.
But if it's not her, then what?
Yeah, what? Who? How? So, still intrigued. But if it gets wrapped up in the next 2, okay. If it doesn't, I'm going to season 6 with it. Also, totally okay. I love me a long game in storytelling. But let's just do something different than the crack is here now. The crack is here now. The crack is here now. I like it. It's just starting to feel a little lazy. Do something with it. They did with the Doctor pulling the TARDIS piece out. So we did do something with it already. But it's just feeling a little samey. And I think there's so much potential here. So I'm hoping that it will go somewhere, obviously. But I'm hoping that if we do it in the next 2 episodes, awesome. If we don't, let's do something different. And then Doctor gets back on the TARDIS and Amy says, "Matchmaker, are you? You gonna find me a fella?" And then the brilliant ending. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Doctor says, you need to write on the back of this piece of paper. And make sure it's a red pen. She goes to reach into his jacket to get a pen, pulls out the engagement ring. And just, whoa. And then it ends. It's like, ooh. What happens now?
I'm excited to know.
But if the Doctor wanted her to remember, why hide it? Or is her remembering bad?
I'm still trying to figure out why when he wanted her to try to remember, and he could have thought, oh, the ring, something that will constantly be on her,
Yeah.
something that she could look at, which will then remind her of him. That's something that could help.
Yeah. He knows the importance of it, but maybe it wasn't like, it didn't trigger with him too. But yeah, as you said, that would have been like the logical thing to do. The most like, the constant reminder.
Yes, it's the most tangible thing that I could think of that he could give her, that
Exactly.
so that he could help her to try to remember him.
Well, it's here now. It's in Amy's possession. So, where we go with this? I'm intrigued. Definitely intrigued. I still holding out that Rory isn't dead. If he is, it sucks. It was cool having him while we did. But I just have a feeling that, because like mainish characters don't die in this show. They don't. They either get wiped or saved or sent to another dimension that they can somehow come back from and then get what they want because they're selfish, petulant little little things and children.
He probably isn't completely gone, because remember going through the crack and it's as if that person had never existed. Well, would that mean that the ring would also cease to exist, because then the event of him buying the ring wouldn't have happened? Or maybe it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, though. That's a good question. Huh. When someone vanishes, how much of their footprint in that reality vanishes?
Yes. I would have wondered, well, probably the timeline would have altered a bit so that, all right, what other turn of events would have to occur to get from here to this point? It cannot be here anymore, so it will have to be through there.
But maybe since it was on the TARDIS and not in that reality, it was spared. Maybe if it had just been sitting on like her nightstand or something, it would have been gone. Because he was wiped from that reality. But since it was in the TARDIS isn't like grounded in like one reality. It's its own little, alternate universe. It's its own little alternate dimension. So,
which is why, for example, the ring would still be there, but if for whatever reason she were transported to her bedroom, the wedding gown would have disappeared.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's my theory.
It works since the TARDIS seems to be able to function independent of space and time.
Yep.
Well, I suppose, considering that it's a time machine, I suppose that it would have to.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add about this episode? Okay. This was a fun one. This was a lot of fun. So far, the back half of this season is much better than the beginning. But as we said, it makes sense. It was new doctor, new companion, new showrunner, new production team, I found out. It was new everything, pretty much. So it's going to be a while until you get to a comfort zone with everything. But it feels like we're there. And it's enjoyable. That's what's this episode. If I offended you, I didn't mean to. Everything I said was complimentary. So everyone takes things in different ways. So I can't be like, don't be mad at me if you're mad at me. I'm sorry. On that positive note, we're going to wrap this one up. As always, I don't have a fancy outro. So somebody say, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.